Hello and welcome to our training for EPOTEC's EPOTEC range of pool paints. Before you start, please note the following to assist you in the completion of this course. The video can be paused at any time. Have a pen and pad ready to make notes. There is a short test at the end of this video, so when you pass you will get a certificate. The training module will also be available for download upon completion. Today's training will cover a brief overview of our history in the pool market and introduce the EPOTEC and T epoxy systems, our primer options. We will close with a summary of our learnings. Please note this is a product overview and does not cover system recommendations, surface preparation, or substrate issues and application, which are covered in detail in further training courses. Essentially, swimming pools are chemical baths. They are notorious for being poorly maintained and often being repainted when they are in a poor condition. It's our job to ensure the right questions are asked before we sell the paint and ensure the person doing the job has the correct advice. So what can the applicator or homeowner expect from EPOTEC? Essentially, it's a protective coating. It provides excellent chemical resistance, and provided the correct preparation work has been done, it will provide a beautiful high-gloss seamless finish. And because it is a protective coating, it's designed to go on thick and hold even on vertical surfaces. EPOTEC HB was introduced as a pool paint way back in the early 1990s and had been used extensively in residential swimming pools, leisure centres and council facilities in New Zealand. EPOTEC NT was developed over many years and introduced to the market in 2017. It overcomes many of the problems common with old high-build solvent epoxy systems. NT has a hard-wearing, tile-like finish and is easy to clean. That's why it has become a favourite with commercial pool operators, councils and swim schools throughout New Zealand, Australia, Southeast Asia, the Pacific Islands and now the USA. Pot life is the time left after mixing to use resin. Pot life is shorter when hot and longer when cold. Bigger mixers have shorter pot life than small mixers. An epoxy's open time and overall cure time govern much of the activity of building and repairing with epoxy, and hardness selection is crucial to determining open time and cure time. Open or GEL time dictates the number of minutes available for mixing, application, smoothing, shaping, assembly, and clamping. Epoxy cure time dictates how long you must wait before removing clamps, or before you can sand or go on to the next step in your project. Two factors determine an epoxy mixture's open time and overall cure time: hardener cure speed and epoxy temperature. Epoxy cures faster in warmer temperatures and in thicker applications. Epoxy cures slower in cooler temperatures and in thinner applications. Recoat time is the time after cure when resin can be recoated. Recoat time is shorter when hot and longer when cold. If recoat window is exceeded, sanding between coats is required or delamination can occur. Cure time is the estimated time after application for a resin to go hard. Cure is shorter when hot and longer when cold. Exothermic reaction is the heat released by the chemical reaction between resin and hardener that cures epoxy. Exothermic heat is produced by the chemical reaction that cures epoxy. The amount of heat produced depends on the thickness or exposed surface area of mixed epoxy. In a thicker mass, more heat is retained, causing a faster reaction and even more heat. The mixing container's shape and the mixed quantity have a great effect on this exothermic reaction. A contained mass of curing epoxy, 8 fluid ounces or more, in a plastic mixing cup can quickly generate enough heat to melt the cup and burn your skin. However, if the same quantity is spread into a thin layer, exothermic heat is dissipated and the epoxy's cure time is determined by the ambient temperature. The thinner the layer of curing epoxy, the less it is affected by exothermic heat and the slower it cures. When painting pools with bare or exposed concrete surfaces, it is critical, after correct preparation of the surface, to seal the substrate before applying your specified topcoat. Concrete WB Epoxy Sealer is a 2K water-based sealer that has been developed for immersion use. It binds and penetrates the substrate and provides the bridge to EPOTEC NT or Aqua 1K topcoats. The benefits of using concrete WB Epoxy Sealer are: easy to mix and apply, easy clean-up, fast cure, low odor, and can be applied to damp substrates with the bonus of being vapor permeable. Please note it must be overcoated within 5 days of application. There is a visible end to pot life indicated by rapid increase of viscosity. Like all WB epoxies, cold humid conditions will slow cure, drying time and recoat time. Primer KC is 2K epoxy primer used to promote adhesion and bond strength to cement-based substrates. It is a filled epoxy primer and offers excellent leveling properties to cementitious surfaces that have been exposed to the elements and are porous. It has excellent moisture tolerance, adhesion, and provides an excellent base layer for EPOTEC NT. Primer KC can also have sand added to provide a self-leveling base layer, or can be thickened with silica flour to become a trowelable fairing primer for unpainted pool walls. Primer KC is solvent-free and is easy to mix. It can be poured out and squeegee and backrolled for rapid application to floors and rolled directly to walls. Being solvent-free, Primer KC is low odor. Please note it must be overcoated within 5 days of application. There is a visible end to pot life indicated by rapid increase of viscosity. Like all cold humid conditions will slow cure, drying time and recoat time. As soon as it is tack-free and foot trafficable, it is suitable for overcoating. Gemriz LV2:1 is a low viscosity resin system that has a multitude of uses. It is 100% solids and solvent-free. As a primer, it will prevent the transmission of moisture vapor from the surface. It is well suited as a primer to bind aged or deteriorating concrete surfaces, as it is as a coving, topping or screeding resin. It can also be mixed with high levels of aggregate fillers to create screed or coving. It exhibits good pot life when mixed with quartz aggregate such as J61W, but with rapid hardness development. It has excellent tolerance to damp surfaces and can cure down to 5 degrees Celsius. Used in conjunction with EPOTEC NT in a variety of application modes, Gemriz LV provides a high-quality moisture-tolerant primer. As a coving resin, it provides a highly workable product. Hydro epoxy is our priming solution for pools with hydrostatic pressure or damp surfaces. Hydro epoxy is hydrostatic pressure tested exceeds 45 psi or 310 kPa. It is also negative hydrostatic pressure tested and water vapor transmission rate tested. TDS details the testing data. Not only can hydro epoxy be used as a primer, it can also be applied as a protective laminate system applied in situ with fiberglass to provide a smooth, jointless system which follows the substrate contours, profiles, etc. The in situ fiberglass laminate system is impact resistant and provides a waterproof surface. It forms a continuous membrane which is fully bonded to the substrate. Often you see this type of system installed in old concrete pools that are prone to movement and leaking. Hydro-epoxy laminate installation is technical in its nature and is only specified with approved installers. Hydro-epoxy can be overcoated with a variety of other EPOTEC resin systems and top coats. Aqua 1K is designed mainly for recoating chlorinated rubber pools or when use of an epoxy is not practicable. Aqua 1K does not have the same surface durability as EPOTEC NT. We recommended EPOTEC NT for all commercial and institutional installations. Test existing coating prior to applying Aqua 1K. See information sheet on identifying pool coating type on the EPOTEC website. Preparation of existing coating a surface is critical. Be sure to check EPOTEC spec tool and suitable preparation. Aqua 1K is available in all EPOTEC NT colors. All colors are available from EPOTEC's T3 software. Cobalt tinter is also available to add to your EPOTEC carousel for use into Aqua 1K. It enhances film and color retention properties of Aqua 1K. For hard-wearing pool paint, use EPOTEC NT epoxy. If it is an existing chlorinated rubber or acrylic coating, it will need to be fully removed if moving to an epoxy system. As always, allow to cure for a minimum of 7 days before filling the pool. Now we turn to EPOTEC NT. NT provides enhanced, reliable technology. It is a 100% solids epoxy, meaning it is solventless unlike most of its competitors that contain solvents. 100% solids means the wet paint film you put on is what you get. There are virtually no solvents to evaporate from the wet paint as it dries and leave a diminished coating. Applied correctly, NT provides an exceptionally durable coating. NT has enhanced UV stability. It is hard-wearing and can provide a tile-like finish over a well-prepared surface. EPOTEC NT's faster positive cure hardener means no waiting for the hardener to get ready after mixing. Once you've finished mixing, the reaction will start and it will continue almost unaffected. All that will really affect it to a significant degree would be if the temperature goes down dramatically, meaning near 0 degrees. Our positive cure technology will cure at less than 0, but the cure time slows dramatically. We do not recommend application below 13 degrees Celsius to maintain next-day recoat. This has implication on the recoat and/or refill time for the pool after painting. Our epoxy resin chemistry is very robust, and with the recent evolution in the type of hardener technology, NT provides a noticeable enhancement over competitive offers. EPOTEC NT brings higher cross-linking, controlled pot life, meaning the end of pot life is more noticeable, and excellent color stability. Typically, epoxies used to use universal type colorants, the type you see on the carousel in your paint shops. EPOTEC uses pigments designed for immersion, chemical resistance, and enhanced UV stability. This new system provides improved chalk resistance, color capability, and has enabled us to update our color range to include more vibrant, stable blues. Check our website or color cards for details. EPOTEC NT comes in a 5 kg kit. The mix is made inside the large can, the Part A. It's important all the contents of the Part A are smooth prior to gradually adding all the content of the hardener, Part B. Drill mixing is recommended for 3 to 5 minutes, taking care not to aerate the mix. Because EPOTEC NT is 100% solids, air bubbles entrapped by over-vigorous mixing will escape from the film slowly during the curing process and may become evident in the paint surface as bubbles, particularly in hot conditions. So smooth and steady is good. If mixing of smaller amounts is required, it is critical the product is weighed and mixed proportionately, maintaining the mix ratio of 4 to 1 by weight. Use scales and don't estimate by eye. Please note the batch numbers prior to use. the locations are indicated at the red arrow, hardener batch number are on the bottom of the can. It is recommended all final coat applications be of the same batch number to ensure consistency of color. Always document batch number details on QC sheets. This slide shows the tests we do to see how our epoxies are affected by ultraviolet. All epoxies are to some degree or another and will chalk and change color slightly. Some are better than others. EPOTEC NT has improved color stability that comes back to some of the chemistry we have developed. If you look at the picture on the left, the old HB used to yellow off quite a bit, and this would mean the paint color would also change significantly over time. On the right you can see EPOTEC NT has a less color change, so we expect our colors will last longer and show a longer service life. This has been proven to be the case since the launch of EPOTEC NT nearly 8 years ago. EPOTEC NT epoxy is a functional coating and as such is affected by UV light weathering on the coating surface. Exposure to UV can culminate in a loss of gloss and surface chalking. With chalking, the darker the original color, the greater the change over time, with the coating appearing lighter than the original color. Epoxy coatings may also yellow. While we take every step during the product development phase to minimize this effect, white and light-colored epoxies by their nature are more likely to show this yellowing effect. Refer to PS E006 EPOTEC NT frequently asked questions for more information. We test the epoxy also for chlorine stability. Generally in pools you will find that the chlorine levels tend to go between 0 and 5 ppm, parts per million. It's rare for chlorine levels to be held at any length of time much more than that. This test was run over 7 months in water. The chlorine has little to no effect on the NT. You can see the old HB on the right-hand side has a distinctive line where it was immersed and it has some bleaching on it. Pot life. We can't stress this enough with 2-pack products. Pot life management is crucial. If you are not familiar with 2-pack product, this means the product has to be used within a specific time frame of mixing. So after Part B is added to Part A, you have a defined period to apply the product before it becomes unworkable. Meaning it will either be difficult or near impossible to apply. When we say there's a workable pot life, we mean that you must work within the usable pot life time frame. EPOTEC NT has a very distinctive end to its working time and rapidly thickens and becomes difficult to work with. At this stage, product should not be applied. Leave it to cure in the can and disposed of responsibly. Tip: when mixing the products, it's a good idea to write down the time of mixing and the temperature and humidity. A good idea is writing this down on some masking tape if you aren't running a job QC sheet and sticking it to the mixed product on the side of the can. Check your smartphone for approximate temperature and humidity at the time of mixing. If you don't have a surface thermometer or humidity gauge, snap a screenshot to record it. Obviously, the warmer the temperature, then the sooner you will reach the end of pot life. After mixing EPOTEC NT, it runs at a stable viscosity right until it reaches the end of its pot life. Then it will thicken up very quickly. This will happen between 45 and 90 minutes depending on conditions. Measuring surface and air temperature will assist in understanding expected pot life. The benefit with NT over solvent-based epoxy pool paints is you know the minute the paint in the tray starts to thicken up, it's time to stop using it. Dispose of it responsibly once cured hard. In elevated summer temperatures over 25 degrees Celsius, we recommend the use of summer hardener. It is available to slow the cure profile and help overcome outgassing and bubbles often encountered in hot, windy conditions. Apply NT early as practical in summer days. Once the dew has dissipated and light is good, commence application. Avoid working in direct sunlight if possible. This also extends the cure time available for the coating and provides better surface tolerance to water in the event of unexpected rain. EPOTEC NT Part A will exhibit high viscosity in colder temperatures. During colder months the product will mix better if kept warm, up to 20 degrees Celsius, overnight prior to mixing. Before mixing parts A and B, we advise that you mix part A thoroughly before adding part B, the hardener, to the mix. Drill mix with a ribbon or blade mixer. Mix part A first until smooth. Then gradually add all the contents of part B, the hardener. Gently mix for 5 minutes until homogeneous, using a spatula to ensure all contents are moved from the sides of the can to the mix. Avoid trapping air in the mix, as aeration may cause bubbling in the surface as entrapped air may slowly release after rolling, forming surface bubbles. As previously mentioned, mix smaller volumes by weight with scales, maintaining mix ratio of 4:1. Application guide for NT. EPOTEC has no induction time, so get it into the roller tray or ribbon out onto the job quickly. Use only epoxy-grade synthetic rollers. Worcester Produce 10mm nap sleeves on fiberglass or very smooth surfaces. 12 to 13mm nap sleeves on concrete and plaster. Load rollers and apply until the roller gets sticky. The sound indicates that it is time to reload the roller. Watch your pot life and do not exceed the specified working time, as this can lead to variable results. If you are mixing smaller quantities, have some electronic kitchen scales and clean containers ready. To sum up, we have discussed the benefits of solvent-less epoxy technology for the applicator and pool owner. EPOTEC NT provides the latest technology that, if applied to a well-prepared surface correctly, will give a long-lasting, highly durable, chemical-resistant finish. EPOTEC NT is suitable for use on fiberglass, plaster, concrete, pebblecrete, marble plaster, and dincel substrates. The most important thing you can do is make sure the correct specification is given prior to the job being started. This will cover the preparation and application detail. EPOTEC has developed a range of primers suitable for most pool surfaces. Visit our website to load your specifications. They will be available for your ongoing reference. Thanks for joining us. We hope this training module has been of value.